the desire in yourself, in the person beside you. We each have a purpose on this planet: to connect with others, to support and guide, to hold space, to see opportunities. Today, we have a mission to encourage you to believe in your ability to make a difference. We've talked to people just like you from all over the world about the initiatives that they've created and gathered their stories here to inspire you to make the decision to create an impact.
So social movement actually has been really close to our heart here at Dojo. It's even one of the main reasons why Dojo was created in the first place. So we connect our members to local NGOs in need. We even officially partner with 5 local NGOs and actively supporting their movement since 2 years ago. Every month we also host a lot of events, social impact related. We host a documentation screening, hackathon, design sprint, skill share, workshop, and many others. Like we always try our best to give exposure to these local NGOs and supporting the issues that they bring.
For the Guild, our main social initiative is our network that expands women's lives and careers through meaningful connections and also access to education. We connect thousands of women around the world so they can impact each other's lives, celebrate each other, and learn together. We are very happy and very proud of our global community.
So my name is Amber Cook, and I'm from the Lighthouse Cowork, and we are located in Alberta, Canada. The other really big initiative that I'm passionate about is taking people who run their business from home and work all on their own and who are very lonely or don't even know that they're lonely, but feel the effects of that loneliness, but they don't necessarily know what that is. And so really targeting how working on your own at home by yourself can be really lonely, and that leads into so many other mental health issues.
Hi, I'm Lavinia from Live.it. We are a co-working and innovation hub based here in Bali, Indonesia. And we are also an international ecosystem support system for entrepreneurs and their startup teams. One of the things we love to do here in Bali is to make sure that we are integrated in the local community, that local Balinese and Indonesian entrepreneurs, freelancers, remote workers are very well represented both in our team and in our community. And that together we basically work on building a better future through innovation and entrepreneurship. Therefore, one of the projects that we've been working on recently is the Remote Skills Academy by Live.it, where we basically make sure that more local Indonesian people have a chance to access the remote work market, international market.
My name is Braylon Smith. I own and operate Thrive Coworking for Women, and we are in downtown Gilbert, Arizona. Impact to me really means affecting individuals' lives in a positive way.
Hi, my name's Zoe from UWA IQX in Western Australia. One of the initiatives I'd like to tell you about is we'll handle the business side. This event is a reverse style Shark Tank where companies have 3 minutes to pitch their tech roles to a room full of software developers looking for jobs. It's unique, fun, and it allows software developers to ask all the questions that they couldn't necessarily ask in an interview, and it promotes across WA the amazing roles that we have available in Perth.
Hector Colonis from Included.co, we're the Co-working Perks program. I'm calling in from New York, and I'm also the co-founder of the Co-working Library. So the area of impact that we're most passionate about is creating economic or hyper-local economic impact from within co-working spaces. And we really love to help co-working spaces connect their members to the businesses around them, in turn driving the economy, enriching neighborhoods, and just creating a great connection and a great business community.
Hi, my name's Carly and I'm from Space Cubed in Perth, Western Australia, one of the most isolated capital cities in the world. And we run a fantastic program called +8, which is an accelerator program that provides crucial funding and support for startups and founders who would otherwise have to leave our fantastic city to find that kind of support and funding elsewhere. And we're really excited about what it's been bringing to the local community.
At Hub Australia, we donate 1% of our total time and memberships to support purpose-driven businesses through our Flexi Impact program. These complimentary memberships are great and they help out. We also have staff volunteer days. We have 2 full work days to an organisation of our choice, and we've used this in a range of ways, from asylum seeker and refugee support, international development, environmental conservation and more.
Hi, my name is Ashley Proctor. I'm the founder of Creative Blueprint and CoHIP. And I would say that the initiative that I am most passionate about is CoHIP, the Co-working Health Insurance Plan. The purpose of CoHIP is to provide affordable and accessible options for health and travel and life insurance for independent workers, freelancers, entrepreneurs, artists, and small businesses.
My name is Susan Dorsch. I'm one of the co-founders of Office Nomads. We're a co-working space in Seattle, Washington, in the Capitol Hill neighborhood. I would say that our biggest impact that we're trying to make a difference is people's feelings of isolation and loneliness in our neighborhood. And that is broad across all people who are freelancers or who work remotely or work independently. But for us, probably one of the smallest, simplest things that we do that we've been doing from the beginning, so we've been in operation for 12 and a half years now, is creating what someone recently told me is an infectious norm of saying hello. And what a humongous difference that makes. It sound so little and so easy, and it is little and it is easy, but the difference it makes in people's lives is palpable.
I'm Ann Long with Liberty Lake Coworking, and we are located in Liberty Lake, Washington, USA. One of the things that we try to focus on here at Liberty Lake Coworking is our collaboration with each other. Most of us are small business owners, and we are all thriving because of the collaboration that we all put into our space.
Hi, my name is Mari Rosas, and I am the founder and CEO of Coco House, a co-working space in San Juan, Puerto Rico. At Coco House, one of our biggest intentions is to retain the entrepreneurial ecosystem and all the entrepreneurs locally, and to support them so that we can stop or slow down the brain drain that we constantly have in Puerto Rico.
Hi, my name is Dominika Drobiazg, and I am a co-founder of a co-working space called Mrowisko, and we are based in Kraków, Poland, the land of Madame Curie and Lech Wałęsa. We know that climate is changing, and we see that there should be a snow outside in our country, but it's not. It's really, really warm. It's like a spring. And we know that individual action isn't enough. We want to share this information and this mission to a larger group of people.
My name is Katie Carlin, and my co-working space is called Equal Play, and we are in San Mateo, California, which is kind of the Silicon Valley, San Francisco Bay Area. So the impact that we are focusing on, and the reason that we have founded our space, is to create a place where parents of very young children can come and work and be productive and focused, while at the same time knowing their little ones are close by and being able to check in and see their children growing and thriving. We think that's the best way to make sure that people don't leave the workforce, particularly women, as they become parents, and also to ensure a really high quality, wonderful experience for children, and to foster in them a sense of belonging.
Why being passionate about women's businesses and careers? When you look at the latest reports out there, you can see that we won't achieve gender parity for another 99.5 years. With a figure like that, it's very easy to become passionate about making sure there are enough options out there to support women entrepreneurs and also bring a female perspective to the world.
At Hub Australia, we're passionate about our Flexi Impact program because it allows us to support organisations that are making a difference in the world. It's great to work for a company that values volunteering and allows us to make an influence and help our local communities.
Yes, I was lucky enough to be surprised by motherhood at a really young age. And I have had children my entire professional life. I went to law school with children. I got a graduate degree as my children grew, and now they're in college. And I feel like I want to make it easier for parents of young children to remain happily and sweetly connected to their children, while at the same time being professional, ambitious, and driven.
We're so passionate about our Plus 8 program because it brings opportunity, knowledge, skills and money into the West Australian market, where we have got so many talented and brilliant founders, not only first time, but also multiple time founders who otherwise can't have access. And what it does is it keeps skills, knowledge and passion within the community. And we've seen this program after the last 4 years that it's been running really drive forward growth and interest in the WA startup scene.
So I'm really passionate about sustainable entrepreneurship. I believe that it is one of the key pillars to helping neighborhoods improve their economies from within, without having to worry about what's happening outside. And that's what drives me every day. I believe that by making shared workspaces sustainable, there's more of a support network for local entrepreneurship, but also gives the local entrepreneurs an ability to reach global scale without having to move into the big cities or having to move away from where their family is comfortable.
I started this space in 2017 with my mom. It was kind of a passion project for her. She is the CEO of a tech company for the last 15 years and kind of saw that she was often the only woman on the board, the only woman on the panel, the only woman in the room talking about these things. And she wanted to create a space that would help elevate women's lives. Interestingly enough, what has happened is we are not affecting people's lives on a global scale or anything. We are one location, 2,500 square feet, but we are greatly impacting the individual lives of our members at the space. And I think that's really been my passion, is just how can I help people on an individual level? And that's something our space does really, really well.
Why am I passionate about this event? It was built out of a need from one of our tenants who needed to find software developers to work for them. It's really hard to do in Perth, and to educate people on what they should be paying and to start that conversation is something that this event has done. It also highlights the amazing tech jobs that we have in Perth to keep our talent staying here instead of going overseas or to the eastern states, which is a big problem.
We are looking to train Indonesians through the social impact program to gain skills that allow them to be basically employed on the international market, irrespective of where they're from and also who they know.
Some of the things that really get my heart singing are when I hear things around the coffee pot in the morning about how productive they were in their business, or celebrating each other's successes, and I won the deal, or I just got my first customer, or I just earned my first $10,000. That totally makes all of this worth it for me.
To not overlook the little things. Actually, that's probably the most important thing, is it's just the little stuff. All the little stuff makes the biggest difference.
I think as co-working space owners and managers, that incorporating a part of who you are and your why and your vision, and being vulnerable enough to say, this is why I'm doing this is why I'm running this business, it will attract people who get that, who feel that. And so there's business for you. So that's kind of one reason. But really, I think that we have this responsibility as business owners and as co-working space owners and operators to be vulnerable and say, this is my why, and it's something that people then can resonate with.
When you create a co-working space, you're creating space for community and connection. And in some demographics, that's incredibly important. Our focus is parents of young children, but there are others that are there. And when you can create solidarity within your community, when you can create shared ambition, shared focus, that's very powerful. And it shouldn't be underestimated what can be accomplished when you bring people together to work on goals. And even when people are working on separate goals, you find often there's a common thread. Empowering people economically is a really empowering people economically is something that happens with the right kind of co-working space. And when you're dealing with any sort of marginalized community, that is a powerful and radical thing to do.
Little advice for you is, you all see it. You all see that climate and environment isn't in a good condition. So remember, even small change is still change.
Okay, to change the world seems like a big ambitious dream. It sounds impossible, but I believe that if everybody doing their part, even smallest one, together we can create a change. More beach being cleaned up, less plastic, more children learning English. Everybody should take their part in the movement. Therefore, it will be very beneficial for all of us in the long run. We still believe that if we want to change things globally, we should start locally. That's why we shouldn't lose hope.
I'm privileged to get to hear stories from people who use CoHIP every day. People who didn't have access to benefits before, or who didn't have access to co-working or to self-employment because they didn't have access to benefits. And so those thank you notes make it worth it. But I think the greatest accomplishment of the Co-working Health Insurance Plan is to really make entrepreneurship and co-working accessible for hundreds of thousands of independent workers across Canada. And in turn, the benefit of creating CoHIP in this way, collaboratively between all of the spaces in Canada, means that we can set an example and we can remind other folks around the world that by working together and by deciding that we want to see a change in the system, we can do anything.